What's up, guys? Welcome back to our podcast, Stepping Into Our Phone Booth. If you followed us this far, this group doesn't need any introductions. We're all grown-ups here. So I just want to start, okay? The fact that we have made it to this is our fourth episode of this podcast. The fact that we've made it this far, I'm hoping we keep it going. I mean, this is great time, great Friday nights, hanging out with the boys, just talking about stuff. So I just want to give a big shout out, one, to Tanner for uploading all our videos. I mean, the great work kind of setting this thing up, and everyone else for showing up to the podcast. Shout out to Dexter. He can't make it, but yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you guys hopping on here. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do, and I hope our viewers enjoy it too. So in recent weeks, we've been talking a lot of sports-based questions, things like that. We're gonna shift the tide a little bit in this, and what we are going to do, the name of our the name of this episode will be Time to Talk Tears. So what we're going to do is we got a list of top topics. Okay, we all came up with a couple topics, and then we have four, I don't know if you want to call it answers or four items that we each need to rank one through four. It'll make more sense once we start in the action here. So does anyone have any comments before we start?
Nope.
Nope.
I think as we're going through, we'll have the intern put the graphics up on the screen so people can follow along.
Okay. All
Nice. I like it.
Good. Well, hold on. Sorry, I just got word. We actually don't have a graphics department. So if you guys want to do a solid, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, maybe a comment down below. We'd really appreciate it, so we can get that graphics department, get the graphics on the screen for you.
We're also accepting applications for an intern too. It's not paid, unfortunately, but we'll get us there. We'll get us there. You guys need to subscribe though. Okay. So I guess starting off, first one on the list, we have gaming consoles, and the items below it are PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo. So Jordan, how about you start? So go ahead.
My favorite one, if we're going Xbox, I'm going to go Xbox 360. It's probably the most time I've ever had on a console, probably. Especially when Black Ops 2 came out of high school. Oh, I played that shit religiously.
Mm-hmm.
Then my second one, probably for PlayStation, would be PlayStation 2. It's it's the most sold console ever, and I can see why. It was just, it's great. It was our first console for the most part, PlayStation, and then Nintendo, because there was great games on that, like 007, just a legend. And then
nostalgia's flooding back.
Yeah, you had to blow on the disc and then put it in there so you could actually work. and then PC's last, because I've never played on PC before. I've always just been more console than anything. So yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Logan, you want to take it away?
My number 4 is PC for the same reason. I've never played on PC, and I know you can hook controllers up to PCs, but I've seen people play with keyboards, and I think that just looks super hard, and just unnecessary, honestly. And then I would say my number 3 is probably Xbox. We had Xbox growing up, but I don't know. I would just watch Jordan play it a lot more than I ever actually played it. And then I'd probably go PlayStation as number 2. I mean, that's what I have now. That's what I play a lot. But I think it can't be Nintendo because that's kind of where it all started. Those are all the
That's true.
original games, like George said, 007, Mario Kart. Like that's the stuff that got us hooked, and you cannot put it up on the top.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're all kind of unanimous with this, but I'd have to say PCs at the bottom of my list too. I've never played on a PC. You know, to build a good one, they're really expensive. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars if you want to really build a good one. Whereas any of these other consoles, I mean, they're getting more expensive now, but you know, they're still $500-600, so they're a little bit more reasonable. So, go ahead, Tanner.
So for my last number 4, we're going Xbox. Never had an Xbox. Never played one really. It falls to the end of the list. Number 3, we're going PlayStation. I think PlayStation's solid, run of the mill. Does no wrong. Number 2, we're gonna go PC. Never played PC, but I think it's definitely a direction gaming is going. Whether it is mouse and keyboard or you're doing a controller, I think there's just a lot more that you can do with PC mods, rebooting old games. I know there's a lot of like College Football 14 that's been rebooted or remodded for PC gamers with like updated rosters and stadiums and things like that. So definitely a more expansive environment, I think. And then number 1, I'm going to go Nintendo, but for different reasons than what you guys listed. I think Nintendo was ahead of the curve with the Wii, and they never kept up with it. I think the Wii was really revolutionary for the time being, even just the silly little Wii sports game that you got just by buying the Wii. And you couldn't beat tennis. Tennis was the greatest game ever on the Wii. But then it fell off. So that was unfortunate. I know we're moving a little bit into VR world, which is cool and exciting, but I think just the nostalgia of Wii itself,
Yeah.
Wii Sports, Just Dance. Oh, many basement parties with Just Dance over there. And now coming back even with the little Switch thing. So kind of get back into handheld gaming a little bit. I know PlayStation had their PSP for a while, but that kind of died off. But now I think the Switch is filling that void a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what, Tanner? You swayed me. I'm going Nintendo as my number 1. I mean, I can't. There's nothing, you know. We're not in any new ground here with what everyone has previously talked about. You know, the Nintendo 64 had probably the most unique controller ever. And then, yeah, like Tanner said, I mean, you could make a somewhat of an argument that the Wii was somewhat VR. I mean, I remember playing Wii Sports, the baseball one, and nearly throwing out my shoulder because I wanted that radar gun to hit triple digits. So, and then next I got PlayStation. Grew up on PlayStation. Have owned, you know, every generation of the PlayStation. Then I'd have to say Xbox is my 3rd. It seemed like all my friends, they all had Xbox 360. So whenever I'd go over there, that's what we'd play. So that was the first console I played the original Black Ops Call of Duty on. And then like I said previously, PC, it's last. Now, granted, those 4 I think are the main gaming console, I guess, out in the market. So there wasn't much of a, I guess, a choice for those, if you want to say. So,
I think the only
yeah.
thing I would add, like with the newer consoles that I think is kind of just, it stinks a little bit, is that you don't just stick a disc in and you play.
Mhm.
Like
It's got to download.
everything has to download now, and it takes forever. I mean, depending on what you have, but I do miss the days of just putting a game in and just go, and then the whole game's there. So
Well, and
Yeah.
you know, they PlayStation especially, they used to have it where the PlayStation Network, you didn't have to buy a membership. It was all free, and then you had to start paying for it when the PlayStation 4 came out. And I didn't know this until I was old enough, but PlayStation 2 had online capabilities. You had to be hardwired in with an Ethernet cable, but you could have played online with the PlayStation 2. I mean, that was revolutionary. So, so it was kind of like I said, the nostalgia is flooding back right now. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll move on. Next topic, we'll talk sports cars, and the categories are McLaren, BMW, Ferrari, and Lamborghini. So who wants to take it away?
I'll go first just because I don't really I don't really know. I'll put BMW at the bottom because my mom had one and it was a piece of crap. And so we had to change a headlight one time, and there was so many steps just to change a bulb. It was ridiculous. And so I'll probably put that there. And then what were the other three?
McLaren, Ferrari, and Lamborghini.
Okay, Lamborghini is probably number one, just because they're super cool. Like who doesn't think all of those are cool?
Mm-hmm.
Then number two, I don't know. We'll probably go McLaren. I have a Lego McLaren, so it's cool. So I guess, and then number three would be the other one.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
All right.
Ferrari's classic too, I guess. But whenever I think Ferrari, I just think of the song. Or no, never mind. Different song. But I don't know a lot about cars, but yeah, I know Lamborghini's on top.
Okay.
Tanner? Same. I don't know much about cars, so we're going BMW last. We're going to go Lamborghini at 3, Ferrari at 2, and McLaren at number 1, only because I support the McLaren Formula 1 team. So, my extent of car knowledge.
Solid.
Yeah, I'll have to go BMW at number 4, just because the BMW over in Europe is a town car. I mean, it's like what the Honda is here, you know.
Yeah,
so
almost like if it's made over there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're also
the Germans. Go ahead. They're
diesels too. A lot of them.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why you'd want one of those because you paying a lot of gas. I mean, at least here in Montana, that's ridiculous just to drive a fancy looking car.
Yeah, those Germans though, they know. They were innovative. I'll give them that. If you had to give them anything, you'll give them that. They were innovative with a lot of their like automobile and airplane technology. I mean, at the time,
you just hear like diesel engine, and you're like, "What's that?" And you look over, it's a BMW. It's a little.
And then number 3, I'd probably have to go Ferrari. Number 2, Lambo. Those two are kind of interchangeable to me. You know, they both kind of, I don't want to say hold a special place in my heart, but growing up, I always thought that those were the like masterclass sports cars. Growing up now, I know that they're probably middle tier. I mean, some of the higher end models are a lot better, but I mean, for the most part, they're B tier at the most. The number 1 McLaren, you know, those I don't know what to say other than they're flipping sweet. They're sweet. So but yeah, Jordan.
They're all imports, so in my mind, they're pieces of shit.
Jordan's like, they're all tied for 4th.
Give me some good old American horsepower.
That's right.
This guy.
So that's my stance on that.
All right. There's always one wild card in the group, and we found ours. So
Not our best category there, Tyler, but good
yeah,
effort.
that was a little tough.
If it ain't a Chevy, ain't for me. So
All right. Next category is Mount Rushmore presidents. We got George Washington. For those of you who do not know which presidents are on Mount Rushmore, we got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. So I'll take.
I think they're all solid guys. I can't pick number one. You know.
I had a beer with George Washington at one point. No, I'll go first. If I had to rank them, I'd go Washington number one. He was our first president. I mean, he revolutionized the Revolutionary War. So I mean, kind of a great guy. Willingly stepped down from presidency after his, I think he only served one term. So, and then I'll have to go Lincoln. Self-explanatory. Abolish slavery. I mean, then these next two are a little tough. I'm gonna have to go Jefferson, strictly because he doubled the size of our country when he bought the Louisiana Purchase. I mean, that was a huge, probably the biggest purchase that we've ever had to date. Probably not, but, and then last, Roosevelt created the national parks. Dude was a beast, though. Took a bullet while giving a speech and still finished. So, what a guy.
I'll go Washington 1 for similar reasoning. Someone had to be the first president, so happened to be him. Number 2, we're going to go Roosevelt because of the national park system. Everyone loves a good old national park. 3, we are going to go Jefferson, only because I'm putting Lincoln at 4, because I don't know what he was doing in politics when he should have been playing in the Continental Basketball Association or whatever we were calling it back in the day, being 7 foot 8 feet tall. Could have been dunking on people. Instead, we're hanging out in the theater getting shot. So Lincoln, I think we missed our career pathway by a long shot.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fair. That dude didn't need to wear a top hat. All right, he was already tall enough.
No, yeah, so. Where he came from? He was born in Indiana, Illinois, or something.
Illinois, yeah.
Heart of the Midwest. I mean, that is prime tall basketball player country right there.
Oh yeah.
Instead, he makes his way over to the nation's capital to become president.
Gosh, Jordan.
Yeah, you said Tanner said it perfectly. I don't know how to say it any better.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Tanner said.
I'll go George Washington 4. I don't know. I don't know enough about him, I guess. I know he's the first president, so I guess that's cool.
Are you implying you know a lot about the other 3?
Not really. Not really, if I'm gonna be honest. Hey, this was hard. When I told my wife that we were doing this one, she's like, Logan, I don't even know why you can be part of that because you know nothing. Because my wife asked me historical questions and it has never gone well for me. So
he had wooden teeth. That's cool. Kind of.
Yes, yeah. Then I'll probably go Jefferson, Roosevelt, just because I like his last name, and then Abe Lincoln number 1.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
But that's probably because I know more. I've heard more about him and stuff. That's why he's number 1. Yeah, and he was our 16th president, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. See, so I do know a little bit.
You do.
Yep.
What was Jefferson?
He was a president.
He was up there.
Was he
Oh.
three or
Yeah.
four?
He
It was
three.
It was 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know Roosevelt. Don't ask me Roosevelt.
Yeah. It's okay.
I have
I'm
no
gonna
idea.
better as we go though. Some of the bottom ones are all over it.
Yeah.
All over some of those.
Oh. Oh man. Well, moving on. We got a
That was a hard
different.
one too, Tyler.
That was a tough one, but I don't know what made me think of it. I think I saw a little YouTube short of it, and I was like, "That's not bad." What it got me thinking of the rankings. So yeah. Next up, we got food category types. We got Mexican food, Italian, Chinese, and American. Real quick, American.
We're
Are we
talking
talking
we're
like
talking
a burger? Okay.
like in a set like
I was gonna say, didn't America take a lot of food from everyone else and just called it
sure.
our own?
American
mean-
food. I think about him hot dog, right?
I mean, yeah, apple pie, yeah,
4th of July.
Budweiser. Yeah,
Yeah.
just think 4th of July food.
Yeah. Whatever you eat on the 4th of July.
Oh.
Get some baked beans, watermelon.
All right, I'll go
All
first.
right, Tanner.
This is where I, as you guys can probably tell, I'm a beefier human being, and so I'm very knowledgeable about these kind of things.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
All right, I love all these foods. I will say Italian food is number 4, not because I don't like it, but because it hurts my stomach a lot usually. So that's I'm putting it there. I love me some Olive Garden with my wife. It's great, but I definitely pay for it later. Okay. Number 3.
This is a hard one for you, huh?
If they all could be, they'd all be tied for first.
Okay, hold on. I read it. I want my statement back. Number 4 is Chinese food because I hate Chinese food. I'm not a big fan, but I eat it a lot because my wife likes it. Then it's Italian food, and then it's so hard. I'll probably say the American food because I'm a cheeseburger guy. That was my other thing. I was like, could have named off cheeseburgers and categorized cheeseburgers. It's like
Who had we could have done who had the best cheeseburger? McDonald's, Burger
I
King,
know.
Wendy's.
I thought about it too. And then I think my favorite is Mexican food. No, you can never go wrong with the plate of nachos or a taco. You just can't. You
You're
really
not wrong.
it's so good. You can eat it while you watch a game. You can eat it while you watch a movie. You can eat it all the time. It's just good stuff. Yeah, it's all good. I mean,
like you said, there's no wrong answer with this list.
no,
There's no wrong answer.
except for Chinese
There might be.
garbage.
Well, Tanner, I guess
All
go ahead. Let's hear your explanations.
Italian at 4, like it's just pasta and noodles. Like, what's the big deal?
I mean, you could say that about anything. It's just this and that. I mean, if you want to simplify it,
it's
Sliced chicken.
it's just there. Okay, so Italian at 4. 3 will go Chinese. 2 will go American. Again, it's there. I'm not a food person. I eat a meal and a half a day, so food's just more of a
Must be nice.
survival thing.
I was gonna say, as a disclaimer for our audience here, Tanner in high school had the same thing for lunch every day of every year. So I don't take his don't take his rankings as a go by here. So
and then that leaves Mexican number 1. Love myself a good margarita.
he's singing drinks too.
All
Okay. Jordan?
For number 4, I go Chinese. American, probably 3. And then 2. Wait, what do we have left?
Italian or Mexican?
And yep.
And then I'd probably go Italian and then Mexican.
Okay.
You had me worried there.
You
Are you
Any-
gonna go 4 for 4 on this?
any reasoning there, Jordan?
I don't know. I really like Italian food though, so it's kind of a toss up between that and Mexican.
Okay.
I really love pasta. My favorite meal is spaghetti. It's
Yeah.
just kind of. But yeah, I don't know. Mexican, you can't go wrong with Mexican. You can't really fuck it up. So, I mean,
No.
yeah,
And like Logan said, and it just because we have something ranked 4 doesn't mean it's the worst one. It's just we like it least out of this group. For me, that's Mexican food. What it does to me is what Italian does to Logan. It messes with me in certain ways. We don't always
Weak,
agree, but
Tyler.
again, you can't go wrong. And enchiladas, fajitas. Oh. Next up would probably be American food. They're really plain Jane, but we did something right. We did something right with the burgers and hot dogs. So then I'll
Bacon.
have to go bacon. So just anything that comes from a pig is great. So ham. And then I'll probably have to go next Chinese food. I love me some Chinese food. I'm not big on like spicy, but every once in a while you get some General Tso's chicken and yeah. And then top of the list is probably Italian. I feel like it's the most versatile. Tanner said, he said it's simply just pasta and sauces. And it's like, but yeah, there's so many different kinds of pasta. There's so many different kinds of sauces. You can add whatever protein you want into it. It's all great. Chicken Alfredo, spaghetti with meat sauce, raviolis. I mean, it's all great. So
That was the wrong answer, by the way.
I like
Italian
that
was
was-
one.
Like
there's Italian as well, and yes, that's the right answer. There's only one right answer, and it's that. Let alone pizza. I think that came from Italy.
Yep.
I mean,
that's very true. Can't beat a good
So-
pizza.
can't. Oh. So Italy is what the Germans are to the vehicle. Italy is that to food. So
Yeah, questionable.
I mean, it's it could be a hot take.
It
I
could
don't know.
Yes, I agree.
So next category, man cave games. We got pool, air hockey, darts, and table tennis. So Tanner, you want to start us off?
See, this is the one I struggled with the most. I really liked this category. I think I'm gonna go air hockey last. Had an air hockey table growing up. Had a very hard time seeing the puck. I don't know if I was just blind, but like I could not see it, and it also hurt my fingers because it. I don't know. I had baby fingers, so
I think-
it wasn't tough.
I say don't stick your fingers on the board. Like,
I don't know. Look, okay, we're not gonna talk about it.
Or you do the thing where you put the fingers behind the peg there, and then like you can just let it whip around. You can
Yeah.
do that too.
Okay, couldn't see it, didn't know where it was going. Fingers were always in the wrong spot. That's all I have to say.
Fair.
Darts at 3. Just never really played darts, so I don't know how great my dart throwing skills would be. Table tennis at 2. Solid game. Ping pong over here in the States, I believe is what we call it. Lots of versatility there, lots of games you can play on the fly. Doesn't have to be the standard set. And then pool at number 1, because I think it's a perfect amount of game going on, but also chill, converse, can participate in other things as well. But it's not like a super slow thing. Like it allows for healthy conversation, dialogue, activities going around in the same area.
Good point.
Oh yeah. Jordan?
I'd probably put pool last. Just it's kind of too slow for me. I like things that are fast paced.
He's
then
putting
air
air
hockey.
hockey number 1.
No, air hockey is number 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just going to the mall with my brothers and playing air hockey. That was always really fun.
Mhm.
And then what's the other 2? I know it's darts and what else?
Darts,
Table
and
tennis.
ping pong. Or table tennis.
Yep. Probably table tennis 2. And then 1 would be darts, just because it's more competitive and you got to be right on, especially like when it comes towards the end of the game. You got to hit that number just right to win. It's always really satisfying getting that. So that's probably why it's my number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Logan?
Oh, I would say pool is last. I enjoy pool. I think it's just kind of it's not something I've been good at, so that's probably part. Um, man, it's hard. Probably darts is 3. I do enjoy darts. I got a dartboard for Christmas, and I really do enjoy playing. It's fun. I think air hockey number 2. Like Jordan said, we'd go down, play in the mall all the time. I had friends that had them. It's always fun. And then table tennis was fun. It's something fun because my brothers and I also would play that, and my little brother was amazing at table tennis. So really, really cool. Really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And my little brother was really good. So it was something that like we could all play together and hang out, and something he was good at, so he enjoyed playing it because he beat us up.
We always beat the shit out of him on everything else he ever did.
Oh. My ranking, I'd have to go darts last. I was never allowed to own darts. Played it once, and I'm pretty sure there was more holes in the back to get on dartboard. So I'd have to go darts last. It's a fun game, but I never really played it. And then next, probably ping pong. I was never good at it growing up. I feel like I'm decent now. But again, never owned one. So and then next after that, air hockey. We had a little table growing up, but like Tanner said, the coordination wasn't there for me. So, and then pool number 1, kind of expanding off of what Tanner said. It's kind of one of those games where if you don't take it too seriously, you can play it at any level. Starting out, it's just a stick hitting a ball, and you just hope it goes somewhere. Once you learn the actual rules of it, is where it gets pretty complicated. So if you want to play with people that play by the rules, there's a lot of things that I'm sure that we did as kids. A ball in hand. We always thought it was just if the cue ball was scratched, that it was ball in hand. But if it doesn't hit a side rail, or if it doesn't hit one of your object balls first, and then another thing, it's ball in hand. So the rules extend way past what we played. But like I said, it's a game for all skill levels. So next up, we got where to watch the game. We got the Man Cave, Sports Bar, at the venue / arena / stadium, or team watch party. I'd assume that means you go over to someone's house and you're all rooting for the same person. Is that, am I understanding that right?
We could go that way. I was thinking more like in playoffs, like if a team's on the road, they host like a watch party at the arena. They just put the game on the jumbotron.
Oh, okay.
So like you go
okay.
to the arena, but it's not the actual game itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that. I like that one. So I guess Tanner, go ahead and start us off.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go team watch party last.
Okay.
Haven't been to one. I just don't know what the vibes would be on like being there with a bunch of other people, but like it's not the actual game itself. I don't know. I feel like it could be hit or miss. So we're gonna do that one last. Third, I'm gonna go sports bar. Only because depending on what you're trying to watch, there could be 12 other games going on at the same time. Everyone's doing their own thing. May not actually be able to watch what you want to watch. How you want to watch it, I should say. Second, we'll go live at said event, arena, stadium, venue, what have you. Being there is always kind of cool, no matter where you are. And then first, I would say man cave, sitting on your living room couch, whatever. Nothing beats just sitting in your own home on your own furniture.
Yeah.
Having a nice beverage, some snacks. No one's gonna bug you. Lock everyone outside the house. It's all yours.
I'll add to that. So I'd have to say the venue / arena / stadium, being there live. I'm gonna have to put that last. I'm not big on the commercial breaks. I've only been to a couple live events, so I don't have much experience, but the countless media timeouts that they take strictly because networks need to do their commercials, things like that. It's kind of annoying. You're there to watch them play, not every 15 minutes you got to take a timeout or something. So and then the team watch party, I think that, like Tanner, that'd be a really cool concept. Never been to one, but you always see it. I think they always do it for like March Madness and stuff, where the colleges will have their games up on the jumbotrons, and you'll see it if a team hits a big shot, that the stadium goes nuts. So I think that'd be really cool. Next, sports bar. Depending on if you can get a good group there. I've been to sports bars where everyone's cheering for the same team, and it's great. And I've also been to sports bars where majority of the other people are cheering against the team that I'm cheering for. So I'm kind of stuck in the back, not wanting to cheer for fear of getting the shit kicked out of me. So and then at home, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with the at home. Get your own food, your own beer. It's cheaper. So
yeah.
Logan.
I'd probably do the watch party last. Like, it's a cool concept. I think that'd be really cool. Like, we're in Montana, so we don't really have, that opportunity really. It's not like we live in a big city with a big team, but if we did, I'd probably be there. I definitely would like to try it. And then I'd probably go sports bar 3. Not really a big, like, go out, watch it. I've never actually probably watched a game at a bar unless Buffalo Wild Wings counts as a bar, kind of. But I don't know, like Katan's saying, there's a lot going on, and it's, a lot of the times your sound isn't on, and so you're just watching it and you're not getting like the fullness of it. And then probably this hard between the last two. Probably arena. I think it's great. I love watching sports live. I've never been to a professional game, but my dad went to one a couple years ago. He said the pace of it is slower because of the breaks with the media timeouts. So he said that it is a lot different. And then nothing beats being in your own house, screaming, just being wild, and then especially if you invite like watching the Super Bowl, I went to my dad's and we watched it in their man cave, and nothing like just screaming, punching the air, high fiving the guy next to you that you're watching it with, and eating all the food you can eat until you're sick. That's nothing better.
We'll say that's the benefit of going to someone's house to watch a sporting event. They're
Yeah.
pretty courteous. They have food, drinks, and you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the cleanup afterwards. I mean,
Yeah.
you can be courteous, like put the dishes away or something, but
Yeah.
for the most part, you don't have to worry about trying to figure out where all the extra food goes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah. And if
that's
it's in your
great.
man cave, you get to store the extra food wherever. And
Oh
then
yeah,
it's snack for next
got
time.
leftovers.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
For number 4, I'm gonna go with sports bar, because there's always that asshole that ruins your fucking time because he's drunk. I've had that
Yep.
happen a couple times. And then what was it? Team, what was it? Team
Watch
something.
party.
Team watch party. Never done it before, but I think it would be cool to do it. I think why not? And then, well, number 1's at your own house for sure, because you're in your own space. You can be comfortable. You don't have to. You don't have to mess with anybody. You can just enjoy yourself. All that good stuff. And then 2 was I forgot what it
Live
was.
event.
Live.
Yeah,
Live event. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool because,
What-
like, especially if you go to an arena of like your team, and just to be in that atmosphere of everybody's getting hyped up for what's coming next type thing. I think that'd just be really cool to experience.
One thing I will say, going to a couple Bobcat games, the atmosphere there is great.
Yeah.
But there's also times in middle of November, December,
It's too cool.
when my feet are frozen and I don't want to be there. So as much as I love, I love going to live sporting events. When it comes winter time, I'm fine just staying at home, being in my man cave, putting on a Snuggie, getting all warm. So,
Yep.
And then last category here, we got SpongeBob characters. Got the classic SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. Who wants the honors of going first?
I'll go.
All right.
I'd say Mr. Krabs because I don't know, he just always really annoyed me for some reason. So I'm gonna put him at number 4, and then probably SpongeBob for number 3.
Okay.
Because he's just kind of like that annoying little brother, He's always just doing shit you don't want him to do, and his laugh is just, it is what it is. But and then Squidward, probably just because I see a lot of him in me. Just he's just always irritated by someone or something, and that's just kind of how I am.
Yeah.
And then I'd say Patrick, just because I think he's funny. He's just doing stupid shit all the time, and he just acts dumb, and he just makes everything funnier and makes you get in a better mood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Logan?
Yeah. So my wife, when I told her, she was super excited because she watches SpongeBob still sometimes, and she's like, "Wow, who came up with that?" She wanted me to give you a shout out, Tanner, because she thought that was a great idea.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I think Mr. Krabs is probably 4. I think he's kind of a greedy crab. All he cares about is money. So, I mean, I get it. You need money, but kind of different fella. Squidward number 3, just because he's kind of boring and he's always mad about something. Really is a lot like Jordan. You guys have no idea. I grew up with him for 25 years. That's Jordan to a T sometimes. And then probably SpongeBob. Honestly, I don't really like SpongeBob really that much, but he's the main character and he has a good heart, I think. He's got a heart of gold, so I don't think you can put that past him. And then Patrick, if I'm ever going to watch it, it's the same reason. He's just dumb. He's fun. He lives under a rock. I mean, that's just good. Like, I remember watching one of the episodes recently. He's like swallows a piece of ice and he gets stuck in his throat. And he goes to Squidward's house and he's like choking and trying to tell him he's choking. And it's just a funny, like 2-minute scene. And then finally it dissolves and swallows. He's like, "Oh, sorry, Squidward. I was choking on a piece of ice." And then Squidward just slams the door. I was just like, what an idiot. Stupid. But yeah, that's my top 4.
All right, Tanner, since this was your question, I'm gonna have you go last. All right. For me, number 4, Squidward. I mean, looking back now, I understand. I understand his crabbiness with having goofy neighbors like SpongeBob and Patrick. I get it. He's the adult there. I get it. Next, I'll have to go SpongeBob, even though he's the title character. I don't know how to my explanation there. Next up, Mr. Krabs, money. He's all about the money. So and then number 1, I'll have to go Patrick. I laughed my butt off, and I still do, the blowing bubbles episode when SpongeBob blows an elephant and Patrick is over there laughing. He's like, "It's a giraffe." I just love that episode. So yeah, Patrick made the whole series. So Tanner.
All right. In 4th place, we have the title character himself, SpongeBob SquarePants. In 3rd place, we have Mr. Krabs. 2nd place, Patrick Star.
Oh,
In
fuck.
1st place,
Ooh.
we have Squidward. Okay. I think part of it is what Tyler mentioned. As you grow up, you start to realize Squidward is the one we all become. Okay. We all think we're going to be a SpongeBob. We all think we're going to be a Patrick. We all hope to have the money that Mr. Krabs has. Really, we're just Squidward stuck in a dead-end job. We're not going anywhere with our lives. We hate everything that's going on around us. But the one bright side is we can wear a shirt with no pants and no one will judge us.
Damn.
Wow, that was
Tanner had time to think about this.
I was gonna say he really thought about that shit.
He came prepared with a script and everything. I like it.
I've seen quite a few Patricks in this world too, though. I mean, people that like they're not grumpy people, but there's just not a lot of like common sense there. But they're just funny people.
The thing I like about Patrick the most is that he doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks about him. He does what he wants to do. And that's the main reason I like him so much. Just do what you want to do. Who gives a shit what people think,
Just don't have an imported vehicle.
Yeah.
another flip side to that too. And I remember another specific episode where they have the marble and they try to make the marble statues. And SpongeBob, for some reason, he takes one swing and it just cracks down to look like the statue of David or the Thinker. And Squidward, he can never do it right. I don't know what it is. And just kind of a life lesson there that people are gonna come along, could be better at you at some, and you know they're newer to the subject than you are. That's life. There's gonna be people out there that gonna be better at certain things than you are, and just gotta do things that you enjoy. He loves his clarinet, so yeah, I guess that's the list, fellas. I mean, good topic of discussion. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was good. It was good.
Quick debate for you guys here. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Ah, for fuck's sake, we're not going into this shit.
No, it's a hot dog.
I mean, so is it a taco then?
No, it's not. A taco
Is it a taco or a sandwich? You gotta pick one.
probably closer to a sandwich.
I mean, a
Well,
sandwich
to a
has
hot dog.
Are we talking about a hot dog itself? 'Cause I think a hot dog is
no, like a hot dog
Is-
with the bun, with the bun.
It's definitely closer to a sandwich.
is it a sub? What defines a
It's not a
sub?
sub.
That's
What
fair.
defines a sub?
I feel like we're
I
on
think
a rickety bridge here, and
see, I think a hot dog is closer to a taco in that it's one piece of bread that's folded around the meat, whereas a sandwich
So a
is
sub.
two. A sub, no.
I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Could a sub be considered a taco then? I don't know.
but you could use a piece of bread as a bun, but you couldn't use a piece of bread as a taco. I mean, like, you could, but it'd be really weird.
That'd be
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, but you see, you did, because I mean, I just know that from being a kid. But you use a sandwich, a piece of bread, for a hot dog, it's still a hot dog. That's not a sandwich.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
close to
I've been there, made hot dogs.
Yeah.
Made hot dogs, didn't realize they didn't have any buns, so you use just a
Yeah.
slice of bread. I've been there.
yep,
So
that's my argument.
Guess
how
we'll never know.
about we let the viewers decide. All right. Let's see in the comments. Let's just try and rack up this debate a little bit. Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco? Is a sub a taco? Is a hamburger a sandwich? I don't know. Let's let the viewers decide. So
Well, then you go back to is water wet? Everybody talks
no,
about how it is.
no, it's not.
burnt.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It seems wet.
If
Yeah.
if it does a bear shit in the woods, Jordan.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Oh boys. Well, this is a great episode. So glad you guys could make it on. We'll talk to you next week. So see you guys later.